Hello everybody, we are back at gifting area number 1 today, and unfortunately the last time I was here and the last pie that I left, the video from that wound up getting deleted so that I could work on the stuff we had from our Bigfoot camp out and work on the video that had the anomaly in it. So right now we're going to catch up. I'm going to tell you the last time I was here I had left all this stuff here on the stump. There was nothing new. All this other stuff was lined up there in the log. There was nothing new. The only thing that was new the last time I came out was to put another pie and a jar of peanut butter in the bucket up here. And, well, as far as the jar of peanut butter, there's no sign of that. And for the pie, over here beside the log, we've got the tin and the lid. I've looked around and there's no sign of the black bottom part anywhere here. Well, let's take a look at this. So here's the plastic container. Appears to be fine. There's one little hole there. And small, very small dent right there. So here's our pie. Almost looks like hair in the bottom there in the middle, but I believe that's some more of that fine moss that looks like hair. I can see from here that it is forked. So I'm not seeing any kind of chew marks. Okay, that's interesting. There are like little tiny pock marks, and it looks like something scribbled. It's scribble type marks on the bottom here. Can you see that? Huh, well, that's interesting right there in the middle. And little holes that don't really look like teeth marks, because that would be a really wide jaw to get around here, you know, to bite into, but that's interesting. Okay, so I got it all set up again. Right here, I've left the purple ball on the ground, but I put the two smaller balls, the camera and the gourd, right there on the log together. Right here, I have put everything back on. The one jar with granola and raisins in it, I've taken the lid off and I'm leaving that right here. Give them a chance to smell it and try it, and if not, you know, the other little critters out here can eat it. Put the jam back, the harmonicas where it was. The other jar, I've added a new bottle of honey. And one thing that's interesting, I was also going to open the jar of M&Ms and leave that open so maybe they'd give them a try, but hard as I try, I cannot get this lid off. It's pretty much permanent. I cannot even begin to budge it, so that might have something to do with why nothing has gotten in there. This is on there so tight. Maybe they were trying to turn it and just turned it the wrong way, and yeah, I can't get it to budge. So anyway, I'm going to leave that right there, and then up here in the bucket, I've added a new pie. This time it's blueberry instead of apple, plus a jar of peanut butter and 2 small apples. So can you see that? Okay, and then over here I've got a brand new container full of craisins. Oops, dropped an apple. And I'm going to leave that right there. I've taken off the seal off the outside, so all they got to do is open the lid and pull off the plastic cellophane in there, and they can get right into it. And then I've got 2 little apples that I'm going to leave right here with it. There we go. Okay, so we're a little bit late. It's been a little over a week since I was here last, and I can see some of the stuff has definitely been taken. The package of craisins that I left here is gone. The balls, those 2 are on the ground. This one over here, gourd's on the ground. Doesn't look like anything's been eating it. The camera here is on the ground, and we're still at 24 pictures. The jar that I left open is here. The lid is over there, right there. We've got the lid to the honey, and here's the inner seal to it. I don't see any chew marks or teeth marks, anything. It looks like it was pulled off. We got the jelly here, and yeah, it's intact. No more chew marks or anything on the lid. The jar of M&Ms is gone though. Not seeing it anywhere. Here's the jar with the granola and bacon jerky. Doesn't look like anything's tried to get into it. And over here we have the pie, or at least the pie container. The bucket is down. The hanger is still up there. So here's the lid. Let's see. Lid looks perfectly intact. Not a mark on it anywhere. And the bottom tray is over here. Oops, it's got a little snail in it. Also appears to be in perfect condition. No cracks, no chew marks, nothing. It's fine. And then underneath the bucket, we have the tin. No chew marks. Some strange lines in it though. Pushed in from the underside. Interesting. Okay, well, we're going to set it up again. Careful, Gabby. Okay, so we've got it all set up again here. I've got a new container of craisins here on this tall stump. I've put the balls and the squash and the camera back on this log. Over here we have the jar of jam, a new bottle of honey, and this here, you know, it's been out here for a really long time, and I was gonna take the lid off and leave it like I did the other one, but unfortunately, this is kind of like that jar of M&Ms was. I can't get the lid off. I have tried and tried and tried, and it is on there so tight. I'm just gonna leave it the way it is here. And you know, when I tried to open up that jar of M&Ms the last time I was here, I couldn't open it, and I just left it here. Well, now the M&Ms is gone. So maybe they figured out that they were turning it the wrong way or something. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, it's not here anymore. So this is all we have left for this stump. And over here, I have rehung the bucket. I'm amazed it is still holding. And in it, we have a pie, new apple pie, a jar of peanut butter, and 2 apples. Hello everybody, we are back here at gifting area number 1, and it's been 5 days since I was here, and I left a pie and peanut butter and apples and craisins and stuff, and well, something's definitely been going on here. First of all, we've got our craisin package here on the ground with no damage to it whatsoever. No teeth marks. Nothing's chewed on it. Here's the lid. Nothing has chewed on it. And that's here on the ground. That was left right here. The bell is still where it was. Over here, we left the big purple ball right there on the ground. There was the sparkly ball and the orange ball. The smaller ones were right there, the camera and the gourd. Well, the gourd is gone, and the balls are gone. The camera, I've checked. It was still here on the log, and it's still at 24 pictures. One of the balls is over here. You can see it right there, about 15 feet from where we left it, and it's uphill. I'm going to have to look a little farther, see if I can find either of the other 2 balls. We've got the pie pan right here. It was left up there in the hanging bucket, which is now empty but still hanging. And there's no sign of the plastic container that it came in anywhere, just the tin. And it's in pretty good shape except for these two small dents on the bottom. Maybe one right there too. Other than that, it's in pretty good shape. And it's a different kind of pie tin now too, so I can't really see stuff in it like I could the plain smooth ones. So anyway, that's right there. The harmonica's on the ground. It was up here. Not really seeing any kind of fingerprints on it either. Not really. Okay. Here's our jar of jam, kind of pressed down into the ground right here. I mean, that's really pushed in there. You can see the hole that it made in the shape of the square jar. Put that back up there. Here's the lid to our honey. And I see no chew marks on it. And here's the little seal from inside. Also no chew marks on it, no teeth marks whatsoever. And I see the honey bottle over here. Right there. Oh, it's still got a little bit of honey in it even. There we go. There are no chew marks on it, although it does have a dent right there. There are no holes. It's intact. We'll just put it right back. Come back and get it when it's empty. Okay, here we have the purple ball, and it looks deflated. It is probably 75 feet or so from the stump where it was left. And yeah, it's got a hole in it. Look at that. Well, looks like they had fun playing with it. Okay, well, that just leaves the little orange ball that's missing. Huh. So we'll look around some more. Okay, so I've put some new stuff out. First of all, I'm leaving what's left of the honey in the jar over there. I'm leaving that ball there. These things I put back on the stump here. The camera is here. In the bucket, I have added another pie and jar of peanut butter. And over here, I've got 3 fresh apples that I've just put there. So one of the things that I've noticed, I've been making the rounds here, picked up all the stuff that I've found. The ball, the pie tin. I did find the lid and the bottom, plus the old cranberry or craisin container and the new craisin container, which was just right here. And the gourd, I'm going to go ahead and put back on the log. Something that I noticed that's kind of odd is that after going around and picking all these things up, my fingers smell like burnt hair. I'm not sure why that would be. It's just kind of peculiar. And so anyway, I'm going to pack all the rest of this stuff out of the woods, and I'm going to be back in a couple of days to see what happens next. Are you comfortable? Look how cute you are. Yeah, you're a nut. You're a goofy nut.